Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 25 Pretty Fired from Tech Ends Up Crying. Let's get right into it.
I just lost my job today. No warning, no nothing. They wouldn't even tell me why. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. I have no savings. I have nothing. I just don't. I got in the exit interview and they said, today's gonna be your last day. My manager and my director was on the call. And then they were like, the decision has already been made, so we really don't have anything to hear from you. You're only gonna get paid for the one day you worked in August, and we'll give you your commission check, and that's the last of it. And end the call on me. I'm low. I'm low.
Damn, life is hitting some women real hard in 2025. I'm telling you, man. They work these tech jobs, they make six figures. A lot of them work remote, and without any warning, without any explanation, you're fired, okay? Now, on top of this, she wasn't clever enough to have savings. She doesn't have a man. And even when they had the meeting with her, they decided to, hey, look, today's going to be your last day, and we don't really need to hear anything from you, so we don't want to hear a speech, nothing. We don't want to hear none of that. We don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. You're done. You're done, okay? And I always wondered to myself, why are women risking their lives for a job that could get rid of them like this, like that? Just think about that. You go to school, all this effort just to get fired like that, and they don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to hear nothing. Anyway, I did some snooping. I found out this is her solution. So she looks happy now. She came up with a solution. Take a look.
I've had so much support on TikTok after losing my job. So here's what I'm going to do next to rebuild my life step by step, taking in all that advice. You guys, the best way you can support me now is like, comment, share, repost, so I can join the TikTok pilot program and start earning money from TikTok. I appreciate you guys' help.
Wow. Now, look, I don't want to discourage anyone that wants to get into the content creation game, but please, I want you to understand this. Becoming a content creator or creating content is not a panacea. It is not a cure-all when you lose your job. In fact, it's one of the worst things you could do is just jump into content creation. You know why? It takes years before you earn a dime. And content creation, when it comes to the money, it's top-heavy. That means the people at the top are making all the money. Yeah. Now, and here's the thing about TikTok. A lot of TikTokers don't make money. I know a lot of TikTokers who got 100,000 subscribers or more. Sorry, followers. I'm so used to saying subscribers. I'm on YouTube. 100,000 followers or more, and they barely make $200 a month. Barely. And we're talking about millions of views. Barely. Okay? I don't have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube yet, but I make more money than people do on TikTok with 100,000 followers. I do. And even me, if you look at my situation personally, I'm in the top 4% of YouTube earners. Let me just say that again. Top 4%. How did I get in the top 4%? I'll let you know. 96% of people that make money on YouTube make less than $12,000 a year. I'm part of the 4% that earns more than $12,000 a year. Okay? In fact, I've already earned way more than $12,000 this year. Okay, so I'm saying this to say that please, when you lose your job, don't try to become a content creator. It took me 5 years to build this platform. I had to learn a lot, okay? A lot of failures. I even quit at one time, okay? And, it's just not for everybody, okay? I'm probably better suited for it than most people, so I won't recommend this route, okay? Anyway, I found this video to be interesting as well on TikTok. Take a look.
If a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? And you decide to answer, because you already know I say don't answer. But if you decide to answer, you should say something along the lines of this. Whatever I bring is what you saw when you asked me for my number. Clearly, it was enough for you to approach me, enough for you to plan this date, so I don't audition. You already decided I was valuable before we sat down. So let's not play. Classy and direct.
I love how big girls are talking about classy and direct. She got a tattoo on her arm. She's so classy because she got a wig and makeup on her face. You're not classy. And all these big girls get on TikTok talking so much shit. Why? You're big. In real life, you can't have that same kind of arrogance. People look at you funny. People don't want to sit next to you in the airplane. You're going to be stuffed up next to them on the airplane. Let's be real about this. But on TikTok, y'all got all the confidence in the world. It's incredible to me. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
So I used to live in Medellin, Colombia. Yes, Medellin, Colombia, where all the passport bros go. And it's funny. So when I tell men that I used to live in Colombia, their answer determines whether I want to continue talking to them. Most of the time, somebody will say, oh, I heard a lot about Colombia, and I was thinking about going, and I'll immediately tell them, don't go. Trust me, do not go. If you go with your girlfriend, something like that, but don't go with your guy friends. Or they'll look at me funny and say, oh, I've been to Colombia. Why are you going to Colombia? And they ask me like that because they know why they go to Colombia. So they're trying to figure out, like, why are women going? Because the men go for totally different reasons. Or they'll say something like, oh, man, I love Colombia, man. I go there like 4 or 5 times a year. And that answer is where I be side-eyeing. The other one too, but that one the most, because I'm like, why you always in Colombia? Why do you go there 4 or 5 times a year? It ain't,
because we want to. How about that? All these women think that we got to live up to their standard. We don't got to fit in your frame. You can reject us all you want. You're already a reject. You're a reject in life. You're on a solo trip living in Colombia. Why did you go to Colombia? Huh? 4 eyes? Why did you go to Colombia? Oh, I know why, because you want to follow other women. You see other women posting about Colombia on TikTok, on Instagram, on social media, and then you want to monkey see, monkey do. Yeah, isn't that a red flag? Shouldn't we just reject your goofy ass for that? So many women think they have the power to reject a man. Lady, you are the reject. You are the loser. And if you don't figure this out early enough, you're going to be by yourself with a dog, dying alone. Okay, you're going to have to settle somebody like a Pookie, okay? Pookie instead of going 50-50 with somebody, you're going to have to pay 100% for Pookie. Yeah. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
I remember Dr. Umar talked about this a while ago. He said that the black church caters to black women because they're the most educated. They have the most resources. So they're the ones who give the tithes and donation and all that. And keeping them single, keeping them in the church is how they keep that church going through the tithes and all that. Now, if you think about it, the church is 70 to 80% filled with women. The reason why the men are not going to church, because the church is more caters toward the women, keeping the women happy, preaching the sermons that glorify the women and make them feel good about themselves. Not really teaching the word, because in the word it tells you the man is the head of the household. Wives submit to your husbands. But most women these days, they don't want to hear that type of stuff. They want to be in charge. They want to be the head of the household. The church.
And a lot of them are head of the household because they're the only one in the household. There's a lot of single moms in the church. Let's tell the truth. A lot of single women in the church. And a lot of them, honestly, we always talk about the deadly sins. You know the deadly sin we never talk about in church? Gluttony. No one talks about gluttony. There's a lot of big backs in the church. A lot. Okay? A lot of back rolls in the church. And it's funny to me, yeah, it makes sense that the black church caters to their largest consumer, their largest customer, right? Women, who, by the way, you guys are so educated, you have so much money, you could give tithes. Because last time I went to church, it was on Easter, and 70% to 80% of people there were all women. And I understand why. Listen, I had fun at church. I enjoyed it. But it was more like a concert than anything else. A bunch of singing, a bunch of dancing. You know, very little speaking of the word, very little reading of the Bible. I don't like churches like that predominantly. No, wait, I went to church after that, but that's one of the last times I went to an all-black church. And what I took from that is that, you know, church now, to me, is just a form of entertainment for people. They get up on a Sunday morning and they're entertained by dancing and singing, and it feels good. And that's what I see women there. They go there just to dance. They're dancing in church. They're singing along. It's a concert. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild to me that church has become this type of thing. But hey, you know, if it makes people feel better, and you guys are paying the tithes, I guess why not? Anyway, I thought this video was pretty interesting. You know, all these black women talking about DL men, DL men. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Women who have dealt with DL men will be the first to tell you that while DL men can get it up, they cannot keep it up, okay? And they can't keep it up because they're not attracted to you. They're not attracted to women. They don't like women. And so a lot of them will say they have erectile dysfunction. A lot of them will make excuses as to why it can't stay up. They might even blame it on you and say that it's your fault, or that, you know, they're not in the mood, or they're just really tired. Like, they will always come up with these excuses, and they will try their best to also avoid being intimate with you. A lot of these DL men, what they do is, if they are going to be intimate with you, they will close their eyes while being intimate with you and imagine the man that turns them on. That's how they will be able to keep it up, and half the time it won't even stay up. A lot of women will tell you that the interaction with the DL men is not it, okay? It's not it. It's boo-boo tomato. Sometimes it can be okay, but for the most part, there's always an issue. And that's because they're not attracted to you. So of course, they're going to have a hard time keeping it up. Another thing is that they will use pills. They will use certain things to help them keep it up, whether that's like Viagra, whatever the case may be. They're going to use enhancers to help them perform, because if it's not for the enhancers, they're not going to be able to perform. So yeah, they might be able to get it up, but they can't always keep it up.
I think her intent was here to smear men, right? Make men feel bad. Oh yeah, all these men are DL. All these men are DL. No, from your anecdotal experience. You think you're projecting your anecdotal experience and saying this is the general experience of most women. No, it's not. It's women like you. Okay, women like you. And I would ask this question: why are you sleeping with men who don't like women? I know you want to shame men. Oh yeah, men don't like women. There's men that like women. Let's keep it real. All right, only 5% of the population is gay. Let's not assume that all 95% of men are gay. Let's keep it real. 5% of the population is gay. The rest of us is not gay. Okay, so when you try to blame ED on men being DL, no, ED is because a lot of men are unhealthy. So you're sleeping with unhealthy men that are older, right? Because 30% of men over the age 30, 40% of men over the age 40, 50% of men over the age 50 will get erectile dysfunction. And the number keeps going up in proportion to the age, right? For the percentage. So DL is actually very normal for older men. It's very common, honestly. And this is why me being plant-based, me going to the gym, working out, allows me to be exceptional, because I don't struggle with ED at all. Okay? If you have good blood flow, if you eat your vegetables, if you eat fiber, you have good blood flow and you can get an erection. Now, I want to say this. I'd be very skeptical about sleeping with a woman that always talks about she sleeps with DL men. Why? You should get tested. If he's really on the down low, if you really believe he's on the down low, she might have an STD. I'm just saying, you are more susceptible to have an STD. I would not want to sleep with you because all these men are so DL, so you're a greater risk for STD than most women, in my personal opinion. Now, I do believe there's a reason why she's sleeping with a bunch of DL men, and I found a therapist to explain why. Take a look.
A down low man's dream is a masculine looking woman. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling men and women for many years now who have experienced abuse and those who have also been perpetrators of abuse. And I want to take a little time to talk about, down low men and, masculine women. And so one of the things that I've noticed, again, over my career is that a down low man will love a masculine woman, because I think a masculine woman, or women with strong masculine features, and one of the reasons he loves that and I use the word love, not in a traditional sense, because I think a DL man still has a love-hate relationship with the woman that he is with, if that makes sense. But one of the reasons that he is, I should say, that he gravitates towards that is because it's really showing his unconscious sexual desires, which is to be with another man, which he won't admit out loud, but he will secretly do behind his partner's back. But having a partner with strong masculine presenting features, whether that be a masculine body, or whether that be a strong masculine face, or whether that be a partner with a lot of facial hair that may grow a mustache or a beard and is okay with that. All of these sorts of things shows what he is unconsciously attracted to. And a lot of times when men who are down low or who have unconscious desires of their sexuality get with women that are high maintenance, a lot of times they will try to convert a woman that's high maintenance. That means a woman who likes to do her makeup every day, who likes to get her hair done, who likes to get her nails done. They will try to convert them and tell them, pressure them to not wear makeup and to not get all dolled up. It's because they may secretly want a man, right? And it's like, oh, okay.
First of all, Doc, I appreciate your feedback. Yeah, a lot of these DL men like these masculine women, and this is why all these women are so used to DL men, because you're masculine. Let the doctor tell you, you're masculine, okay? And I don't think it's just masculine dimorphism. I don't think they just look like men. I think they act like men, okay? Because there's nothing more masculine than the behavior. Yeah, I believe the look so much. It ain't just the look, it's the walk and the talk, okay? So I personally think this too. Where's all the female intuition? If women, I can know my feminine intuition. Where's your intuition? You can't tell your man's DL up front. How y'all in long-term relations with men and then find out their DL later on? You don't find that interesting? All this female intuition, but you can't tell a dude's going to be a loser when you meet him, so he turns you into a single mom. You can't tell a man is DL, so you sleep with him, and you might even catch an STD. You can't tell none of this stuff. That's why the female intuition is bullshit. This is why this idea that women mature faster than men is bullshit. When someone said that women mature faster than men, I think they're talking about the frontal lobe development. And when I personally think, I agree with the premise that maybe their frontal lobe stops growing at a younger age than men. Our frontal lobe keeps growing. But I think what's really happening is that we grow and learn over a longer period of time, where women stop learning at a certain age. So yeah, let's say at 32, they're fully matured, and men is at 42. Well, what it really says is that we keep maturing, we keep growing, while women are stuck, arrested development by the time they hit the end of their fertility window. That's what I think. So I agree with the premise. I don't agree with the conclusion. Okay? I really don't agree with the conclusion. Anyway, I found this video to be really interesting. Take a look at this.
And here's the data. Black women are the most educated group in America, earning more graduate degrees than any other demographic. Yet we're constantly told that our achievements make us less desirable.
First off, let's keep it a whole being. That's cap. Nobody told you that your accomplishments made you less desirable. No. Your aggression, combativeness, and heightened sense of promiscuity, that's what made you less desirable. Men don't date women for wealth. We date women for family. So tell me how your master's degrees and everything else makes you a better wife. And then why are you always trying to compare success and use other nationalities as the metric by which you measure that by? This is a self-esteem issue that I'm finding with some of my sisters. This isn't a black man issue. This is a self-esteem issue, right? You all believe in having hot girl summers, right? You all believe in being saying what's on your mind and being outspoken, strong, and independent. And where has that left you? Independent, right? But those other women, right? Those that don't have master's degrees, some of those that work regular 9-to-5s, they're not like career women. Guess what? You all got the master's degrees. They have the rings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got the master's degrees. They got the man. I remember that lady on the famous Kevin Samuels podcast interview, whatever episode, where she was like, "I don't got a man, I got a PhD." You know what I'm saying? I got a PhD. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys missed, y'all. It's so wild to me, yo. It's so wild to me. Y'all missed the point. Y'all missed the point. Y'all failed the assignment. You know what I'm saying? You didn't understand the assignment. The assignment wasn't to go out there and prove to the world you don't need a man. The assignment was to go out there and find a man that you could work with and build a family with. But feminism so burnt into your head that all you see is, I could be just like men. I could compete with men. I could get a good job and make more money than they do. And then what are you going to do with that? And then you think God's going to send you somebody, your perfect man, just for you. He's going to send somebody for you. Oh, he's going to send somebody. I'm going to show you the kind of man he's going to send for you. Take a look at this video and I'm going to identify it.
If coffee dates are low effort, what makes women deserving of high effort?
Do y'all actually like women? Because y'all don't do this about nothing else. Nothing else that you desire requires justification. You can plan a nice date for less than a pair of sneakers. Pair of J's right now, Jordans, $160. You can have a decent date for $140, $150. If you don't like the sneakers, I don't see you niggas making posts or writing Nike telling them to justify the price. No, you just move the fuck around. So move the fuck around. Either date women you actually like and willing to put the effort in, or shut the fuck up.
If coffee dates...
Now, let's address the men that God gonna send for you. And I know a lot of women don't want this man. He can't grow a full beard. His beard patchy, right? He got the patchy beard. Okay, he got the neck beard. He got the beard all down his neck, right? This dude wanna be Rick Ross, right? Wanna be teeth all jacked up, right? He got his teeth gangbang, his teeth throwing up gang signs. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this to say, women, is this the man y'all really want to? Because this is the kind of simp y'all qualify for. He thinks everything's perfectly fine with y'all. He thinks it's fine to take you on expensive dates, $150. Does it look like he's someone that has a choice? He has to spend $150 to take a girl on a date. He has to. Unlike men like me, who women are attracted to. See, men, y'all never been chased by women, so y'all don't understand this concept. But let me explain something to you. The word attraction has a meaning for a reason. Attraction. What does attraction mean? Okay? Because women are attracted to you. They gravitate to you. Okay? You got to pull on them. Okay? They pursue you. That's what it means to be attracted to. Things that attract you, pursue you. Things that you're attracted to, you pursue. People are attracted to money, so they pursue money. People are attracted to the lifestyle, so they pursue a lifestyle. The lifestyle don't pursue them. So for all you men who've never been chased by a woman before, an attractive woman before, and still putting them on pedestals because you don't understand things about... Let me tell you something about material things, because I'm going to keep it real with you. A beautiful woman is still a material thing, okay? Let me explain to you how, okay? That girl who you think is all that because she got a fat ass, nice boobs, slim waist, pretty face, you think she's all that, right? What happens after you smash her? You think for the rest of your life you're celebrating, I smashed a beautiful girl, I smashed a beautiful girl. I'm going to tell you something. This is what I had to learn the first time I smashed a beautiful woman. I was so excited, all this anticipation, and then when I got it, just like that, all of it went away. This is the thing about material things. The minute you attain them, all the satisfaction disappears. The minute. Yeah. So you can't live your life thinking to yourself, oh my God, if I get with a beautiful girl, I'm going to be so happy. My whole life is going to be, and this is what this guy's thinking. He's chasing, oh yeah, he's going to make content to try to get these women. He's going to spend money to try to get these women, buy some goofy ass Rick Ross knockoff glasses to try to get these women, and still not get these women. Still not get them. Even though you will simp for them and do what they want you to do, they'll still rather sleep with me. Even though I'm red pill and you blue pill, and you tell them exactly what they want to hear, they might agree with what you're saying, but they still rather hook up with me. Yeah. That's how it works. This is how it works. So a lot of these dudes who would say anything to sniff a girl's butt crack, to drink her dirty bathwater, still won't have a chance with her, yo. She still won't have a chance with her, yo. But ladies, this is exactly what God sent you. So let me ask you, is this what you want? A man who got bigger titties than you? who's not even a real man. At least if you're going to look like this, at least be a man on top of that. Shout out to my bigger brothers who still understand the game. Who understand that, man, we got to lead, not be led by women. So here's a man that's going to act like he could take care of you, but in the long term, you got to take care of him. In the long term, he's going to make you a single mother, because after he smashes you, if you're a baddie, and he thinks to himself, oh, wow, I could do better than her. And he goes try to go find the next one because he lost all of his satisfaction after he smashed you. Just like everyone does with material things. The minute you get a material thing, it loses all its value, it loses all its meaning to you. Then you're going to realize exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it is good. Just because it sounds bad doesn't mean it is bad. Not everything that feels good is good. Not everything that feels bad is bad. Okay? But that's why a lot of y'all skip the gym, because they don't feel good initially. Them cupcakes, them pretzels, right? They feel good. Sitting on the couch, that feels good, right? But in the long run, you don't actually earn anything good. Okay? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.